Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven, and Buddy. Look at this gorgeous Hi. Look at this gorgeous kitty. He is death-defying today. Yep. Yep, he's scaring me right now. But he looks pretty content. Look at him. Look at how beautiful this kitty is. Hi. Hi, honey. So he is home from the vet. He's home from the vet. I haven't had a chance to really brush him, so he's got a little dandruff going on from the vet. Hi, honey. Oh, yes. Yes. Look at this baby. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm forcing you to just look at this cat. Okay, you hang out there. I'm afraid that... Look at him. He's like death-defying. I've never seen him up there. Oh my gosh. All right, so... Hi. So Buddy's home. I got a phone call this morning from the vet. The doctor told me that Buddy was improved and that his diarrhea had been improved. But that he hadn't been eating for like, how long has he been in there? 4 days, 3.5 days, 4 days. He hadn't really eaten at all while he was there. And that when he was there, he just stayed in the corner of whatever, wherever they put him in, whatever cage they put him in. He just stayed in the corner and didn't interact at all. So he didn't eat really at all, and they did give him his medications. He has 2 pills left, which I don't know how I'm going to get him to take, but the doctor felt that it was dangerous for him to go another day without really eating anything, so it was better that I bring him home than leave him there at the vet. I was happy to hear that. Happy to hear him, it's best if he come home. Not happy, of course, that he hadn't eaten. He's back home. So the 2 times I actually spoke with the doctor in person, he was really insistent that I have these blood tests and these x-rays done. And really insistent. And today, when I was picking Buddy up, he kind of brushed them off, saying that Buddy was improved, that if he failed to improve any further, that the blood test and x-rays could be done. But he seemed to kind of just poo-poo them, which is confusing to me because he was so insistent that they be done. So I took Buddy home, trusting the doctor when he said that Buddy was improved. And his demeanor, as you can just see from a moment ago, is back to being loving and gentle and kind and interactive. Where last week he was lethargic and he literally would just sit in a ball facing a wall. I mean, he was just not interacting with me at all. So he is kind of back to normal in terms of his personality. He ate a little bit, not too much. I didn't want him to gorge after not eating for so long. He drank some water, and then he used his litter box, and he still has diarrhea. I mean, loose diarrhea. There's no blood. The color is back to what it usually was, but he still has diarrhea. And I can see around the apartment complex, there's a lot of stray cats here. There's cat poop, once in a while. I never really noticed it before I actually had a cat, but now I'm out here, and we go for walks around the apartment complex together, Buddy and I. And so I see cat poop around, and it looks like normal cat poop, and it's certainly not Buddy's. So I'm a little confused as to how the doctor thought that Buddy is improved in terms of diarrhea. His behind looks better. It's almost recovered, and he doesn't seem to be licking it as much. He's still down there once in a while, but he's not down there as much. So that's definitely better. So he's better than he was, but he's still not pooping like a regular cat, which still makes me worried. He has been away from eating whatever it is that he eats when he's out in the wild, because he's been in my apartment or at the vet's for pretty much a week now without going out. So whatever he's eating or drinking, I don't know if that could still be the problem because it's been a week, right? But, so the doctor he didn't dismiss having the test, but he didn't really stress it like he has in the past. So I came home with Buddy, and I was just so happy to have him in the apartment. He jumped up on my bed, and he started making biscuits, and we just cuddled for a few minutes. He's still not super cuddly, so he wanted to be, doing his own thing. That's fine. That's fine with me. And he rediscovered a few of his favorite kind of places to nap. He napped a bit, and then he wanted to go outside, and I wasn't ready to let him go outside after this week, but he really, really wanted to. And so for the past couple weeks, when he goes outside, I would go with him, and we would just walk around the complex without a harness or anything. I don't know if he would wear a harness happily, but we would just walk side by side around most of the complex. Once in a while, he'd take a little journey where I could not follow him, but he'd come back in a minute or two and we'd continue our walk. So we're doing that today, going for a little walkabout, enjoying this gorgeous day. It's almost springtime here in Las Vegas. Many of the trees are starting to bud, so that's really nice. Back to the vet. I am not confident that I'm certainly not confident, I'm sure, that I'm not going back to this vet. I don't think the care was terribly consistent in Toro. The doctor wanted these tests, and then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, maybe you should have these blood tests done. After he was making me think they were vital to Buddy's welfare. And after listening to a few of you on the comments and some emails, and because he's been a stray his whole life, these tests should be done anyway. But more specifically, because the problem isn't solved. He still has this really bad diarrhea, and he's had it for months now. So I definitely want to have him have the blood tests done and the x-rays. I'm assuming x-rays would be useful if he had some sort of tumor or if there was some sort of problem they could determine by I don't know why they would do x-rays for diarrhea, but so I definitely want to have those tests done, just not at this vet. I've got to find a different vet locally. And I'm thinking if I'm going to do that, I might as well have him neutered at the same time. In February, most of the month, I've got 3-day trips with 4 or 5 days off between. So I'm thinking that I could make an appointment to have Buddy neutered and have those tests done and be chipped all at the same time on my first day back from a trip. The doctor that I spoke with at this vet didn't seem to think that there was any particular serious aftercare for a male cat after being neutered. I had heard different. I don't know what care he needs, but I'd like to be here for 3 or 4 days afterwards just to make sure he's okay, So I have to find another vet, but I want to, since the diarrhea isn't much different than it has been the whole time I've had Buddy around, I'm going to see if I can give him his last 2 pills. They're supposed to make the diarrhea go away. They haven't. All of this misery and pain and tears and his confusion and his misery all of this was to get rid of the diarrhea using these pills and these medications I couldn't get him to take. And after all of this, he still has diarrhea. So I'm very frustrated. But he seems back to being my buddy. So I don't feel if this is like a super time sensitive, but in the next month or two, I want to have Buddy taken care of. So that will be soon. A couple people have in the comments section said they want to help out with help me actually take care of these costs for this cat. And as uncomfortable as I am with it, I am infinitely grateful. If I get anything from anybody, I'm going to put that aside. And put that aside so that when I do bring Buddy to a new vet, I can have him neutered, I can have him his blood tests done, and his x-rays. And when I do that, I'll bring a stool sample so they can test it for parasites, because they're going to ask if it's parasites or whatever. And I have his vaccination records for rabies, so I'll bring that with me. But this doctor's office has, they haven't done anything. I lie there, because he is in a better mood and he seems better, but he still has diarrhea. So I'm bothered by that. But I wanted to thank you guys. Now that this seems to have passed for now, I want to thank you guys, because you're really the only reason I was able to get through this with any sanity whatsoever. I did go to meetings and talk about it, but recovery meetings don't usually set a lot of room aside for cats. But I don't know what I would have done without you guys. To have this support around a time where I felt really useless and has been really, really nice. So there's a short an update after that as to what's going on with Buddy. He still has his diarrhea, but he seems more like the Buddy I knew a few weeks ago. So that's good. So the next few weeks, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna canvass my friends for recommendations for vets. There's one called Bonanza. You know what? One of you made a comment in one of the videos about a vet that you seem to know a lot about here in Vegas. I have to go look for that comment. If you see this, if you wrote that comment and you see this video, make a comment below as to which vet that was. Someone else recommended Bonanza Pet Hospital. They just take care of cats, but they're on the very outskirts of Las Vegas, and it would cost, again, I hate that it always comes down to money, but round trip to Uber there and back, it's near where my first crash pad was, and that's 13 miles away from the airport. And back when I was Ubering to that crash pad, it was typically about $25 to get out there and back. So I'd rather something closer to where I am, but if that's where I have to go, that's where I have to go. All right, so this video has already been too long for an update, and you guys are so infinitely patient. I love you guys. I am never going to be able to express the gratitude I have to not have been alone during this process. So thank you again, and let's go say bye to Buddy, because he's still sitting up there, and it's just so damn cute. He's just so cute. Isn't this beautiful? I mean, it's the end of January in Las Vegas, and it's just so nice out here. Look at Buddy. Look at Buddy. Hi, Buddy. Hi. Oh, he makes this little teeny, almost subsonic meows. Meow. Hi. I love you. To the moon and beyond. Oh, guys, I could force you to watch my cat forever. Okay. Oop, he's going to jump now because someone's coming out.